Cool.
Can I have it?
AD. Right.
There's
We should 2 seconds. We should be back.
Okay,
If you're in chat still, let us know. I literally turned it off and back on again. All lights are green. You should be able to hear me. And we're back. Thank you very much, Angel. And everyone, hey, they're all coming up. Yeah, cool. Nice one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the heads up.
So if you missed it, guys, that was a cold iron dagger.
So they have. You have discovered in the refuse pit area where all the bones were a wolf fang talisman type thing on a necklace, 8 gold coins, and a low grade cold iron dagger. Yep.
Okay, so 8 gold coins. Let me just chuck that in my party gold. Yeah. And Zeke, did you say you wanted a cold iron dagger?
If no one else is going to use it.
I mean, I just have a normal one anyway, which I'm happy to keep. I don't really use them.
Keep making a list. There's quite some more stuff to go through.
I will add that as being yours then, Zeke.
Cool. In where the alchemists were, Zek and yourselves, mainly Zek will spot these. Zek, you find 2 lesser acid flasks, a lesser bottled lightning, a minor elixir of life, 20 gold worth of alchemical reagents, or reagents.
Are you writing all of this down, or do you want me to write it?
I'm whacking it into the campaign tracker as we speak.
Good.
What was the last thing? The reagents part?
20 gold's worth of alchemical reagents. There's a cave over to the eastern side when you first walked in, and it looks like it is a massive storage for alchemical gear and reagents in there. Most of the barrels in there are very old, but the gear and equipment seems to be either stored here or put here sometimes, etc., which is essentially stored here. But it got left there years ago. So you also find the value of the equipment in there. Zek has an eye over it and reckons there's about 100 gold's worth of alchemical equipment. So just the little
too much
pestles.
for us to carry, though. I take
Load
it.
up the battle cat.
No, it's so it's little pestles and scales and stuff like this.
Okay, so it's just alchemical equipment.
You could definitely think. But that's if you were to sell it in, say, like a city. But if back at the town where there's less money, Zek reckons it'll go for less. But you know the value of it is. Where the sculptor was that you were fighting up on the top, there is a small stash of coins. 18 of them, in fact.
What sort of coins?
18 gold coins, sorry.
Gold, cool.
Yep. The set of silver scales that have been used, Zek reckons they go anywhere between 25 and 30 gold in alchemical shops in the larger cities. There is a fair amount of texts written in Orcish. Zek, you speak Orcish?
I do.
Cool. As you look over them, there is quite a lot of back and forth information and instructions from the one known as Vilry to this orc that has been named as the sculptor within the notes, all speaking of creating these permanent mutations on creatures by exposing them to mutagens. While many of the experiments seem to have been ultimately successful during this, they had an unintended side effect, and they were becoming far too bestial and unreliable to use as minions, so they had to keep putting them out of the misery. And then about 2 months ago something changed. Vilry seems to have stopped asking to perform experiments for no reason, but the sculptor has then started making notes themselves and clearly carried on with these experiments. And it says here, and there's a few notes on there about creatures in the pens, creatures escaping. There's one about a leopard of flame that, according to the notes, were in that cave at the south when you first walked in.
Hey, do you want to set your cat on fire?
The most recent notes are about the coagulant thing that is finally taking shape that they put within somebody, and as you saw, Rogar, the bursted out corpse. About 3 years ago, according to these entries, Vilry commanded orcs to capture a human. The person was then placed in the pit, in a covered pit in the woods, and exposed to something that the sculptor in their notes refers to as the Viridian Vapour. Yep. The notes, on the last notes that you come to, the human died in agony in less than a day. They burned the body and filled the pit as instructed.
Oh.
Nice. Light source, possibly.
Yep. And that takes you a couple of hours to sort out.
Okay. AD, there's a room just here, slightly covered. I don't know if there's anything crazy in there.
I don't even think it's a room.
Where are you, Rogar?
Just below the trash pile.
Ah, yeah, it's just not revealed. Don't worry about it.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, everything in here, there's nothing else to find room-wise or anything like that.
And down here is a flaming cat.
In the cave where you first came in, yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that the genius called the Sculptor decided to call themselves the same thing that we called them as we were chasing after them?
Coincidence, isn't it?
Sus.
It's
Yeah.
the power of destiny, what can I say?
I didn't really call him Sculptor, I called him Target. But anyway.
Number 3.
yeah, you are just a number to me. Ran away though, so you know.
I think we've got everything we could possibly get from here, and unless you guys really want to go and face some kind of fire cat.
Well, Lily, I kind of feel we should euthanize the animals.
I think that's a fair idea.
Or do you want to tell the druid and she can do it?
I mean, Linny is the druid.
No, I meant the other one.
I think meant ranger.
Oh, that one.
Oh, there's no Noala, yeah.
Yeah. I think we could grab her, find her, grab her, then go as a team. Let's not split up now when we're
among the
Can
notes, there is mention of where Vilry resides, where the sculptor and Vilry have been talking about sending stuff to and from. There's clearly a confidence that these notes won't get to anyone because of the layout of Spite's Cradle, which is a good 7 to 8 hours trek outside of Etran's Folly, and not and actually from Hallard's drop point is Tree. You reckon if according to this?
So that's a trip for another day, guys, because by the time we get there, it'll be dark.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go start the journey and camp out rough, but I'm guessing some of you like your creature comforts.
I'd like a pint in a pub.
Amen to that.
Despite the fact I'm not like any sort of life and death cleric in that respect, is it safe to say that I know some sort of funeral rites that I can do on this?
You do.
Very dead fellow.
Yeah, Saren Ray's very equipped to.
Just set him on fire, right?
I mean, probably at this rate. I'm guessing there's not a lot of them left where this thing has come out of them, so carrying them, would they just fall to bits in my hands?
Yep.
You could just burn him on this wooden table.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think it's particularly respectful to carry him out while bits of organs are just falling on the floor behind me, so yeah, I'll do that.
These
cool.
cages, AD.
Yep.
Is it possible to effectively murder the things inside them without getting attacked by them?
The rats, yes. I will say it costs you 3 bolts.
Cool.
I'm just treating my wounds as I sit here as well.
38.
The fiery leopard, no.
Yeah,
because it doesn't come out.
No, that's
You'd
fine.
have to go in.
Yeah. Please insert stabby rat noises here.
So you obliterate the rats, and they pop as the blisters on them engulf them, and they all pop.
I can't even do squeakies.
Jesus, alright.
Weak.
Might put some gravy points in there to stop sound effects.
Yeah, fair.
So,
These are optional.
Kyra performs the funeral rites of Saren Ray on those that have passed. You successfully looted what you need to loot.
I'm also medicing myself and Rogar because I think we've probably taken the most hits.
And you can't medicine
Yes.
Rogar.
I've already been done. But I'm on 15, so...
Okay, when it said in battle medicine, it says they're immune to your battle medicine for 1 day. It doesn't say
That's
you're
true,
immune
yes.
to
So you
battle
can
medicine as a
receive
whole.
multiple, from,
Okay.
but you can't.
Crack on.
Yeah.
That's if I assume that's meant to
I
be
would assume
how
it
that
stacks
works.
from different sources.
The difference is that your battle medicine is your encounter style one. You could always long-term stick me later.
Yeah, but I might as well do that for now.
So
Yeah.
Because we obviously don't know. We might walk out there and the ice rats will be free.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
So you've
15
looted
orcs.
the caves. You've killed off what you believe to be the remaining creatures here. You haven't engaged with the fire leopard. You've gotten information of where Vilry might be. Nawala turns up as she's been out and about
Always
scouting.
turning up right at the end.
You can see she has been in some sort of battle. Her ranger gear and robe is bloodied and ripped. She has a few cuts and bruises that she didn't have before. And she walks in again, straight backed, very proud, and walks in. Her hood's pulled back. You can see her long blonde hair and green eyes and her elven features. Well, it's good to see you alive.
Likewise.
Yes, and there's kind of a moment of sadness passes over her. The creatures here are very not in the state they need to be.
They're very dead.
Apart from the fire cat.
Yeah, the fire cat we can't do much about. Although we're looking at Pusskins and we're wondering what we can do about that.
We're not.
I would not suggest setting
Anything.
Pusskins on fire. Noticing Pusskins and Linny, and Pusskins being more friendly towards Linny, Nawala smiles, nods at Linny, and says it's about time. So, what have you found out? Anything?
Yes, well, we found out that the mysterious V has been talking to someone called the Sculptor, who is a person here that created all of these horrific monstrosity thingies. And they've been conversing for a while, except for about 2 weeks ago when V stopped writing letters to this Sculptor, and instead the Sculptor carried on with its weird experiments. And they came up with this creature called a blood ooze. It was not very cool. It hurt like a cart on the loose. Oh, it was terrible. And they also did some experiments with some people with something called what was it called?
Viridian vapor.
Viridian vapor. That's it. And they managed to get it to kill someone in I think it was 24 hours, and then they buried his body after burning it.
Wow, that's a lot. That would explain the.
I know, it's good cliff notes, eh?
Yeah. Explain
Unfortunately, he got away while we were finding the blood ooze and collapsed the tunnel behind him, so we can't follow. But we think he's headed off to here, pointing to the place you mentioned, which I haven't known.
Oh yeah, we need to also go to this place, which is about 7 to 8 hours outside of
Spike's
town. It's
Cradle.
cool.
Spike's Cradle.
That's the one.
That
one
is. That is some 20 miles west of Etran's Folly, near the foothills at the edge of the Five Kings Mountains.
That's the distance then.
Well, that's cool. If you could just pay us now, we're going to go back and have a pint at the pub.
Yes, I'll pay you at the pub.
If you could pay us now,
What was the agreed price?
We're going back to the pub.
300 gold.
Give me a diplomacy check.
We retire.
19. 300 gold.
I don't mean you've done it, lad.
That's how it works, right? You tell me to roll a dice because you can't make up your mind if I'm a goodie or not, and then I roll a really high number and you give me the money.
That's all right. You assume my way.
I've played games like this before.
Cool. She throws a small purse at Kyra.
What am I, chopped liver?
A goblin.
That's,
How much am I adding to the bank?
Are you going to count it there and then?
No, just so I can write it down.
All right,
on
cool.
the
100
banking thing.
gold.
Cool, thank you.
Any
No,
thanks, milady.
I'll just pocket it and smile.
And next time, you can come with us when we do all this exploring. Really dangerous.
It is. I am aware. And she sort of gestures to the cuts, bruises, rips, tears in her armour, her robes.
Well, that just looks like you had a fight with a bush. I mean, we had to fight some kind of giant steel horse and a blood ooze. And some
I
orcs.
saw the remains of the stone horse outside.
Yeah, there you go then. I made it out. It was pretty stumpy.
Wait, but there is 6 of you. 5 of you.
What?
How many
What?
of you is there? 5 of
What? There'd be 6 of us if you came with us.
Dwala, you might need a check. You might be seeing double.
Yes,
how
I
many
did.
fingers am I holding up?
She moves her hair
Oh.
and there's a large lump on her head.
Also, be wary because outside of this area, as in like in this bit outside here, past the thorny wall, there are some bushes that they have wind.
Ah, yes, they pour forth poisonous vapour. I would stay away from them.
Yeah, that's what I was warning you about.
But thank you.
So ungrateful these elves.
I was agreeing with you.
To the pub.
Right.
Just for your own sanity, Nyla, ignore the goblin. half the time.
Are you making your way back to Etran's Folly to rest up before going anywhere else in the morning?
Yeah, we are going back.
You
Do we want to try and sell this stuff, or are we going to keep hold of it for now?
No, we're going to keep hold of it. It's
Yeah?
alchemical stuff. I totally want to keep hold of it.
Okay, that's
I'm going
fine.
to use this little pestle for salt, and I'm going to use this little pestle for pepper, and I'm going to use this little pestle for... Hey, have we got anyone called Peter we could put in here?
I'm going to cast Detect Magic on the Wolffang Talisman to see if it's magical in any way.
2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It, as the magic lays upon it, it does radiate magic.
Okay, what time?
You reckon that
It's either
they're...
arcane, occult, or the other two.
Cool.
Fine.
You reckon it will protect one of your
Oh,
friends?
hang on. At this level, I can only detect in...
No, it just goes
Certain
ping,
types.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
magical. Then she needs to make a skill check, which is either arcane, religion, occult, or nature. Whichever one of the 4 magical disciplines it is.
Oh, brilliant. So give me a sec.
If it's primal, that's nature.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me on the immediate. So hang on.
In which case, go with its arcane.
It's okay. There you go.
19.
Cool.
Yay!
That balls to it. It gives you +1 AC. There you go.
It's arcane!
It's arcane, and it gives you 1 AC.
Just for you, Stu.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just confused why you're talking about this.
Dwarves floating in space.
Who here needs more AC? Who needs
Me.
to be a bit hard? You stay away from fighting.
Yeah, if I had more AC, I
Puskins.
might get involved.
Me.
Can we put it on Puskins?
No!
You can if you want.
No!
If you put it on Puskins, Puskins will benefit from it.
What's Puskins AC?
Currently it is 17.
Oh, that would give Puskins more AC than me. I put it on Puskins.
How was your AC only 17? Jesus.
Why is my AC higher than the cleric's?
My AC is 19. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean.
Mine's
You need to get
17.
the cleric some good armour.
Yeah, I also I kind of like the irony of our big cat wearing a wolf tooth talisman. It's almost like I killed this. I am the superior predator. So yeah,
AC does he have now?
+1.
So 18. Beautiful.
So, here we go. I finally found the information for it. The wolf canine is bound in a strip of leather and tied to a buckle or a strap of a suit of armour, or can be. When you activate the fang, you deal bludgeoning damage equal to your strength modifier to the target of your trip. If your trip will already deal physical damage, that doesn't include any ability modifiers. It's +1 AC.
Alright. So
Yeah, it's definitely going on Puskin.
So Puskins can trip people and do things to them.
Get extra damage or some shit as well.
Beautiful.
Just send a copy of
I love the fact that it's in bludgeoning damage,
Description
meaning it was really good against that ooze.
Really good against the news, but feathers, son of a-
I don't think the ooze could be tripped.
So Pusskins did indeed get an upgrade. You make your way back to Eaton's Folly. You successfully get back there, passing through the blighted area of Forest Nawala helps. Nothing else attacks you. There are the odd howl in the distance, and you make it back
Start off!
into the night. It is, you are tired, worn, battered, bruised, in need of prayers and such, and your alchemical fiddlings in the morning.
Yeah.
You have successfully completed part 2 of the Fall of Plaguestone.
Yay!
I will
Can
point
you
out.
medicine me? I've got a
can.
boo-boo on my finger.
I can. I will also point out that I'm not. When I figure out what this thing is, I'm not going to tell any of them. I'm just going to say, oh, it's just a wolf tooth necklace. Look good on Pusskins though. So
Okay.
I don't want any of them to know that Pusskins is now more nails because of a necklace. I want them to just think Pusskins is more nails.
Okay, cool. So, you
I
completed
think
part
you're
2.
lying.
It also means the goblin's less likely to nick it off the cat. so-
Oh no, it doesn't.
Oh, it's a goblin bane necklace. No?
Ding.
Death on touch. You have dinged. You have leveled up. So do that away from the stream. It's 5 to 11. We're going to end it there. We normally finish at 11. First of all, absolute massive thanks. If you're still watching from the raids, or you joined us, or at the beginning, in the middle, whatever, thank you very much for your support, the follows, the subscriptions, the hosts, the raid, like everything. Just thank you very much. It was very humbling and amazing to be part of the little tabletop community that Paizo and Pathfinder is bringing around. So thank you very much for that. Thank you very much to our sponsors, Just Games, for the lovely limited edition Pathfinder 2nd edition books. You can buy them from Just Games if you find them on Facebook, and the website is what, Stu?
Justgames.gg.
Justgames.gg. There you go. They can get stuff out to you. It's good. They're really good, and Stu's amazing and plays a great dwarf. So yeah, thank you to that. Thank you to Sawdustandswearwords for the giveaway. We will Neko, sorry, I've totally lost your name in the chat. Well done on winning. We'll get in touch with you to sort out sending these to you. So just bear with us as we sort that out. So well done on that. Thank you very much. First giveaway we've ever done live. So yeah, we'll sort that out. Next week we will be doing another giveaway. I will say, Nico, you can't take part in that one. That's similar, but it will be the mahogany dice cup with a gold and silver pen and pencil. So we will do a giveaway for that as well, and then there'll be a third one the week after that. So look out for that, and we'll keep telling you about it. So thank you very much, Nico, for taking part. Thank you for everyone jumping in. Thank you, players, for playing. We are nearly at the end of the Fall of Plaguestone, at which we will 100% be running a homebrew campaign using the Pathfinder 2nd Ed, because we're loving it. FYI, it is brutal. Like, it is some thinking going on in this. So, thank you for watching the Adventures of Pusskins. Thank you for watching this lot. It's a bit of a crazy ass world at the second, so take care of yourself, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll see you all soon. It's gravy time.
Bye.
Say bye-bye,
Mr.
players.
Paizo.